Welcome back to my little channel. Today I'm going to talk about the United Nations. Once again, the United Nations seem to be losing the idea of what they are there for. Don't get me wrong, you are looking at the imagery of two United soldiers being carried away after they've paid the ultimate price. My problem is not with the general soldiers. My problem is with the ones that are creating the narrative from time to time that needs to be challenged. At this point in time, the United Nations is kind of busy in a bunch of countries. And one of the countries they are busy in is Mali. And in Mali, they have several armies of different nations that are coming to the aid of Mali. Whether Mali likes that or not, let's keep that in the middle. But now, countries coming to aid isn't enough. No. The countries that come to aid need to make sure that they meet gender quotas. So now the UN imposes strict gender quotas on the British army that come to Mali to fight jihadi Muslims. I'm not really sure why the United Nations want women there. I'm pretty sure that if I were a general or a leader within any army, I would look at the most effective people to send. Their sex is not going to be part of that equation. But I'm sure as hell will not say, oh, yeah, well, we are sending 500 kids, so let's make sure that some of those kids are women. That's not going to happen. Now, for example, if I need a bunch of soldiers and amongst the group of soldiers that have went through the most rigorous of trainings and succeeded at all of them, amongst that group there are women, then yeah, sure, they can be sent as well. But I will send the best. I will not send based on quotas. But then that's me. So let's say that the United Nations get their way, then all of a sudden women get sent there too. At least 250 soldiers are expected to join the United Nations peacekeeping force to help France contain the deadly Islamist jihadi threat in the dispute in the Sahel. Mind you, it's not just the UK and France. There will be other countries, Egypt, Chad, Burkina Faso, Niger. These countries also contribute. Now, among those 250 soldiers, 15% of these must be women by next year, while the figure for female boots on the ground is going to be 7.5%. So, yeah, part of the force must be women. Senior planners involved with preparing for the mission express their fury. What a surprise! The British Army embraces gender equality. We feel it is the right thing and a good thing, one senior officer told the newspaper. But equality cuts both ways. This is about our ability as planners to choose the most appropriate soldier for the task at hand, be they men or women. It's true that we are joining a UN peacekeeping operation and not France's parallel mission. However, we anticipate that this will be a highly kinetic operation. Which is correct, because 2 years ago Mali was considered the most dangerous of UN missions. The image I'm showing you is from Mali. So, what the hell is going on, United Nations? You need soldiers fighting for you, fair enough. Let's hope it won't be necessary for too long a time. But if you need soldiers fighting for you, what makes you think that it's reasonable to ask the soldiers to bring their women? Well, not their women, obviously, but to bring female fighters. Don't get me wrong. If there are female fighters in the UK army and they are volunteering for it and they meet all the requirements, then yeah, sure. I'm not saying don't bring women that are good enough. But to demand women to come to meet a quota is to undermine the mission. How the hell is the UN once again proving to be absolutely blind to the reality of the world? What do you think will happen to female soldiers? And this is one of the more bloodthirsty missions the UN is on. I mean, links will be provided, don't get me wrong. I'm not making this shit up. But what's even funnier is if you look at the mission statement, the United Nations peacekeeping is doing this thing in Mali. Fair enough. They've got about 15,000 personnel stationed there. It's going to be a little bit more. Fair enough. So let's look at the top 10 troop contributors as of October 2019. Chad, Bangladesh, Burkina Faso and Egypt. The top 4. Do you think they will fill the female quotas? Okay, you've had enough time to laugh now, come on. But seriously, it seems that when it comes to equality, it comes from the West. When we demand things, we demand it of the West. Can we stop playing these stupid games? Because by playing stupid games, we're only going to win stupid prizes. Don't get me wrong, I think that helping out in Mali is indeed a necessary thing. I don't want to do it. I probably wouldn't send my son to go fight there, don't get me wrong. But I understand that there are people who want to help the people of Mali. Unfortunately, it's a war that's been raging for 1400 years, so I don't think we're going to finish it now. But, fair enough. But am I the only one that has a problem with the slight fact that it seems the United Nations once again is being disingenuous? Because let's be honest, they're not asking every contributor to follow gender equality lines. Do you? Anyway, this is where I'm going to call it quits. Like, share and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Criticism, as always, is more than welcome. And I look forward to hear what you think. And I hope to see you all next time.